Hello, beautiful people. This is Jesse Garcia, and this is
Tierica.
and we are the Growth Podcast. We teaching health and wellness. I have an amazing guest here today, one of the best, if not the best, trainer down here in the Dallas area, and probably the whole state of Texas. My man Bravo Fit. You know what I'm saying?
Jam, what it do, good people? Hope y'all having a great day so far. Looking forward to getting into this podcast topic. Jam.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? He holding it down here for the Jam fam. And our topic today will be lifestyle change and how to incorporate eating healthy and exercise because as we all know, they go hand in hand. And you know what I'm saying? They build a brilliant, you know what I'm saying, combination as far as what it does to your body and you know what I'm saying? Just the happiness it brings to your life. Being in shape, eating good, you know what I'm saying? Living your life to the fullest. So
Good and feel good.
absolutely. So I think the biggest thing we will get into this is like what is a lifestyle change?
For me, I would definitely tell for myself and what I tell to clients or people that just inquiring about getting in shape. A lifestyle change is going to be difficult. It's a journey that you have to go through. You have to look yourself in the mirror and say, do I want to become the person that I desire to be? It's completely transform yourself into someone new. That lifestyle change is going to come with a lot of obstacles, going to come with a lot of hardships, a lot of time alone. Because when you go from saying, I'm one way and I want to be better, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, whatever it may be, especially when dealing with your health, you have to break all those traditional habits that you have. You have to break those generational habits from your lineage of your family that have to become better. You have to be the difference of what you're used to, you know, and that's hard for a lot of people to do. You have to go through a lot of changes internally just to accomplish that.
No, absolutely. And I think it's just like reprogramming your mind and unlearning and unpacking stuff that we are taught. Like you said, generational thing. Because a lot of times our eating habits are passed down from our family. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times people be like, oh, diabetes running my family, this running my family. It don't. It's your eating habits. You're still eating all the same foods that gave grandma diabetes, that gave your mama cancer and all this. You're eating these foods and you're wondering why, oh, your health is declining. You know what I'm saying? Something got to be the correlation.
Yeah.
So
I always tell people all the time, like, when you look at your family, say cancer, like you say, cancer runs in my family, diabetes runs in my family. My whole thing, I say, nope, no, it doesn't. You're talking wrong. You're speaking the wrong language, right? Because those habits that you have, like you say, grandmother, they cook this food. Like we have, you know, if we go through slavery, you get the scraps. You get the stuff that like that isn't the healthiest stuff.
And stuff
you know,
like that.
so we've adapted to enjoy those delicacies, as they would call them. And now it's something that we do on a regular. And in America, we consume too much on a daily basis, right? We consume too many calories, which we'll get into later. But we consume so many things that aren't healthy for us. And so our cells are regenerating this unhealthy food, and now we're producing unhealthy cells, which causes the cancer, which causes the diabetes, causes the clogged arteries. And, you know, if we want to be the change in our family, you have to say, I'm not going to eat that. I'm going to eat better. I'm going to eat healthy. I'm going to exercise. Don't be lazy and unhealthy as past generations of your family. Not calling anybody family lazy. I'm just saying.
Hey, nah, absolutely. And like we talked about in the last episode, family gonna crack jokes. They gonna, you know what I'm saying, make fun of you for, you know what I'm saying, making that lifestyle change. But you can't be too sensitive. You gotta take it, you know what I'm saying, and roll with it and understand that what you doing for yourself is to benefit yourself and not them. If once they start seeing the change, they be like, man,
They may hop on.
Exactly.
Yeah,
They're gonna
yes,
hop on.
indeed.
You know what I'm saying? Like you said, like even though your family's not vegan, like you're rubbing off on them in the sense to where like they're changing some of their eating habits up, and it's a brilliant thing because again, they're gonna make fun of you at first, but then once they start seeing, they're like, man, I need to start doing that.
They're
She
going to
is
see a
looking
difference
good.
in you. They see a difference in you. It's just a different vibe that you put out, and that's going to attract people to want to know more about it.
No, absolutely. And like you said, lifestyle change isn't easy because, you know what I'm saying, as you know, and as I told the listeners, I used to be 260. So actually getting into the mental space to sit there and like, you know what, I got to change something up to get this weight off me and to keep it off me. So, you know what I'm saying, ending eating habits, reevaluating everything I was doing and building those healthy habits to set, like I told them before, a solid foundation.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have a solid foundation,
You're
you
done.
have nothing. Yeah, you have nothing to bounce off of if you start declining. You know what I'm saying? If I have a cheat meal and I overindulge on the day, to be able to bounce back, you got to have that foundation to sit there and be like, you know what? Tomorrow I got to get to it. I got to work all this off.
Yeah.
So again, it's not a easy thing, but it's rewarding. Nothing in life that's ever easy is ever worth it. So, you know what I'm saying? You just put in the work, that lifestyle change will always be worth it. I guarantee it.
Jam.
So again, how do people go about making that type of change?
Making a decision that you want to be better. To put it the simplest way. For me, I went vegan in 2017, 2018. It was a real pivotal time in my life. You know, I was dealing with stuff with my father, getting a relationship with him. I gave up drinking that year. I wanted to really challenge myself to be better. And so going vegan that year also helped spark me to be like, all right, I learned so much about the foods I was telling people to eat. So I had to reinvent myself as an individual to be able to push the stuff I was telling my clients, right? So when someone's out there, if anyone's out there, you want to make that change, I highly advise you to get a foundation of the right like-minded people. You feel me? Listen to podcasts like this. Listen to different shows on YouTube. Change the music you listen to even, you know, because you have to build that yourself up to be confident enough. I always tell people my ABCD method is taking action. You know, that action will be like getting to know people that are trying to be healthier. You know, you're gonna have to get away from the people you go to the club with all the time. You're gonna get away from the people that you go to restaurants that like to eat out all the time. People that aren't active. So you're gonna put yourself in a circle like run groups. Get you a trainer. Be involved with those type of people. So that's the first step. Then you have to have that belief in yourself that you can do it. That you are okay with. Hey, I'm not judging my old friends, but I'm making a decision to take action to be better for myself. I'm trying to build my belief system and myself to be the person I want to become, right? So to make this change, I have to believe in myself. Because most times, why we fail, we don't believe in ourselves. That's the number one reason. Even we got all these things where I say people fail, lack of consistency, all that stuff. But the foundation of failure is the lack of belief in self. And then I tell people, thirdly, if you're going to make this change, be consistent with it. You have to be consistent with showing up in the gym, drinking the water, choosing not to go to Whataburger at freaking 2 a.m. You know, like, hey, when you out at a cookout, hey, you know what, that look real good, but I'm gonna just choose to eat this food that I brought with me. You feel me? Making those type of decisions, and then at the end of it, you have to have that discipline. The discipline is the root of the ABCD method for me, because without that discipline, you gonna fall for everything. Oh man, it's just one drink, boom, cycling down. Oh man, just one piece of cake. I did that before. Had 6 pieces that day. You feel me? So it's like you have to have that discipline. That's going to wrap up that action, belief, and that consistency to make you be like, you know what? I can do this. I believe in myself. I can be consistent with it. I got a good group of people with me that's motivate me, that want to see me change, you know? Because there's going to be people that want to see you change, but they ain't going to really want to see you change. You feel me? Because it's like you're surpassing them in some sort of way. And everybody hates to have that mirror put up in front of their face. So a lot of times you just have to be like comfortable with changing that circle. You feel me? Like, you know, sometimes it's hard. You feel me? But you got to do those type of things, man. And like, if you have those things in my mind, man, you're going to be good to go.
No, absolutely. And I think that's a solid thing to do, because I think oftentimes it's uncomfortable getting around, you know what I'm saying, away from people like, you know, and just changing. Because like I said, with my friends, they was doing stuff that technically, you know what I'm saying, wasn't illegal and stuff like that. Well, was illegal, and they was just making all the wrong decisions. So I had to distance myself away from that, because I understood like that's not where my life is going. So I had to start surrounding myself with people who I know are gonna be on the same level as me, wanting to do better for themselves, wanting to succeed, wanting to, you know what I'm saying, be that iron that sharpens iron.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely understand that aspect. Like you said, discipline. Discipline is a very key thing. Discipline is, to me, one of the keys to freedom, because it's the, you know what I'm saying, it's the idea of like knowing I can participate in this, but choosing not to.
There's a quote by Les Brown that I love. He said, a disciplined life is a well-lived life. You think about it, if you do what's hard, your life will be easy, because the hard things a lot of people don't want to do. When you do what's easy, not being consistent, not doing what you need to do, your life going to be hard. Being hard as being unhealthy, dealing with medical complications, limb amputation or something like that, or just being unhealthy and just unfit mentally. And then that's the foundation for a tough life, you know, because why? You're going to always fall for everything. You're going to be looking for the easy way out. You're not going to be willing to work for the things that you want. So you're going to be looking for handouts most of your life. And that's the easy route. And I'm pretty sure nobody don't want that, but most of the people do live that way.
Absolutely. And I mean, people always want, you know what I'm saying, the most. They want to be successful. They want to, you know what I'm saying, have all this, you know what I'm saying, fame and glory and stuff like that. But that essentially comes with hard work.
Yes.
I mean, you can take the easy route with it, but understand that easy route ain't sustainable.
It ain't. Trust me.
Like we said, we know when you choosing to just like instead of this salad, I'm gonna sit here and eat a slice of cake or two.
This big bowl of popcorn and extra butter on it. Like what?
Exactly. You eating all these foods and then wonder why 2-3 months later you got a little extra baggage on you. You just like, where'd this come from? Yeah,
That COVID weight.
that easy weight. You know what I'm saying? Do you have any questions? You know what I'm saying? You over here quiet.
I know y'all. I like y'all
Shit, like, I'm
vibes.
just
Like
gonna get it over
you
here.
know, I got the second half.
Okay.
Y'all got the
Just
workout stuff. I got a confession. Me and workouts, we just skating is my workout.
Hey, that's
Nothing
real. That's a
wrong
good
with that.
activity.
That's
You
my
burning calories. That's all that matters.
That's my activity.
So you're a fitness coach. You know what I'm saying?
Jam.
What are the exercises and benefits that come with this?
So I would say that with exercise, the benefits of it is like stress relief. The number one thing I believe exercise brings is stress relief, but it also can be a counteractive and create stress where a lot of people go wrong because they don't want to do the workouts. And so I tell people all the time, like, utilize your stress that you already deal with on a daily basis, whether it be like family, friends, work. That's the number one stress for a lot of people, just life in general. Not accepting where you are right now. When you have those type of stresses on you, you have to look at the gym as a place of freedom. Like the gym actually saved my life. I know a lot of people say that, but nah, bro. I had like real issues with my pops as a kid coming up that really was like buried within me. But the gym really like gave me life. Really was like my outlet to be like, if I'm in the gym, nothing bothers me. I'm looking good. When you're looking good, you feel good. When you feel good, you just attract more good things into your life. And so that was my escape of my hell that I was in, right? And so until I got through my own trauma, I always tell people, like, use the gym as a place of refuge. You have to free yourself from the hell that you're in. And a gym is a great place to do it at because you get to go in there, sit down for about, I would say 2 minutes. Think about everything that's stressing you out. And then you let those feelings overwhelm you. Let the emotions rush in. As it overwhelm you, you'll be like, snap out of it and be like, you go put a monster workout in. Every time you think about that failure, that person that upset you, that hurt you, that person not being there for you, or just anything that you just want to give up, go up in the gym, bring it out, let that free you. You feel me? And then another thing with benefit of exercise, it removes all the toxins in your body. You're sweating. The body releases a lot of its toxins and impurities through sweat. Defecation or urination, but we're going to talk about sweat and working out. So, but that sweat, you're releasing that stuff out of you. Think of the body as a cesspool, right? People that sit down all day, every day, working behind the desk, go home, sit behind the TV. And these people are literally a sitting cesspool of the food that they consume. Mostly it's a lot of processed food, a lot of soda, coffee, caffeine, and stuff in your body. Where's the release coming from this? So if you're not eating the proper foods, you're probably not defecating like you should. You feel me? You're probably not urinating as you should because you're not drinking a lot of water. So your body is desiring water for one, so it's going to make you think that you're hungry, but you're really not hungry. But your body going to keep, your body going to keep on thinking you, hey, you need to eat something because it believes that you're going to go the route of having water-rich foods like, so like plants and stuff like that. They could get some type of water from. But a lot of people don't go that route. So they have this cesspool, and it's just growing and growing and growing, and they end up on 600-pound life, and it's like you end up like that, So that's the benefit of working out, that you get to release these toxins in your body. You get to feel better mentally. Your anxiety that you may have, it's a release for that, I look at exercise as a place of freedom. If you want to free yourself from the hell you in, go exercise. But don't think of it as, I don't want to do this. But you want to go watch TV and eat popcorn and cakes, cookies, and pies. No, change that mindset around it. But yeah, that's the benefits to me.
No, definitely. And like everybody knows, like, it's always easy to just go the route of just saying, forget it. Because like I said, I've been heavy before, so I know, like, the type of mentality it brings. Mm-hmm. Like, even getting back to how I was when I was always in the gym and all that, taking that long break, gaining that weight, and having to lose it back. I mean, in like 2 weeks in, I was like, man, I got to do this every day until I see a change. That can be very mentally, it can be very mentally disheartening. And to see, like, going in the gym, even for a month straight, you might not even see a change right away. And to like, man, I got to keep doing this. Like you said, it's mental fortitude at the thing. You got to believe in yourself. You got to know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Is going to bring that change. You got to know what you're doing is benefiting your body in some type of way. But obviously, when you're going through the exercise, you got to hold a plank for what seems like the longest minute of your life is very difficult because the 30 seconds in, your body collapsing a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's difficult. You're breathing heavy and all that. But understand the more you do it, the easier it gets. And pretty soon.
Definitely. But she made a great point. She was like, she skates, right?
Yeah.
So people need to find an exercise that works for them. The gym is my place. You feel me? I have a client. She's actually my godson's mom. She was like, bravo, like I was doing good the first 2 months and then I fell off. But she found about 3 months ago that pole dancing was something she really enjoyed doing. So she started going to pole dance 3 times a week. She did the exercise that I would tell her for home for core, because pole dance is a great exercise for the upper body and legs and the core, man.
Hey,
them strippers are strong, bro. Them strippers will lay you down, bro.
Hey.
And so you have to find an exercise that works for you. If you skate, man, skate 3, 4, skate every day. You feel me?
I basically do.
Yeah, so like that's working the legs, that's working the core, because you have to have balance when you're skating, you know. And if you do it properly, it's working the glutes. It works the whole lower body. And if you have proper mechanics with the upper body, which is swinging your arms, you still working those muscles. So people have to find, whether it be swimming, tennis, some type of sport that they play. Not sleeping, that's not a sport. But different exercise that you have to find and excitement about that you can get involved in that can help you do some type of exercise. Because some people may not like the gym like I like it. I love the gym.
I definitely do too. Even when I get busy sometimes and I end up taking maybe like a month off or so, like even if I get back to it and it's a little difficult at first, I love it. I love what the gym can bring out of you sometimes.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Especially when you got people around you or you see other people and they lifting mad weight, they doing exercise and you like, man, I ain't even never think of doing that. And you see them just crushing, you like, man, I gotta get on that level. That
used to be me.
Yeah.
It ain't me no more. I ain't gonna lie. As I get older, I'm like, man, I don't compete anymore. So it's like, do I need to hit 405 pounds just for my own ego? And I'm like, nah, I did that already. My whole thing now is just like maintaining. But
Absolutely.
my way of maintaining is like also continuously growing, finding different ways that I could like hit this weight or holding it, muscles under tension. Because I was sitting down the other day and I was like, man, I don't know what I want to do with my body this fall. You know, I'm like, do I want to put on more mass? Do I want to like lean out throughout the winter? I like being heavy in the winter. So it's like, you know, those are my struggles, trying to figure out what I want to do with my body, you know, which is a good struggle to have. You know?
Absolutely.
So, but yeah, so like that, man, I'm not hitting that heavyweight like that.
Oh no, definitely. I let that go a long time ago. I seen too many videos where people get hurt, they tear muscles and all that. I'm like, I don't need to be that big. I need to be able to save my life and maybe somebody else's
exactly, bro.
In case, and that's it. So I stay away from the heavyweights usually. I actually started looking at CrossFit and like they little competition. I'm like, man, this looks kind of lit. They got like a little.
It is lit. But I just
Netflix.
I don't rock with CrossFit though. I can't lie. I got into it when the fad was hot when it first started, but I can't do it, bro. I know a lot of chiropractors, and the chiropractors stay rich because of CrossFitters, bro. Because a lot of people, their shoulders, you know, you moving this weight. A lot of people don't do the fundamentals to CrossFit. They get straight up in there and go after it. Like, I'm a big dude, and before I was vegan, I was about 15 pounds heavier, and so I was yokey. And so I'm in the CrossFit gym, and the guy was like, oh, man, put some more weight on there. But I'm like, dog, I don't do those movements in my regular workouts. You feel me? So I'm like, he didn't know my history of like, well, I just look really fit. So you may think I do CrossFit. I never did CrossFit. So I'm like, I'm not about to throw my shoulder out because you want me to do a movement that I don't even do.
Trying to do snatches and all
exactly,
that.
bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, I don't even do this on the regular. I do them now, but I'm like, I wasn't throwing that type of weight when I first got into it. And so when I learned, a lot of my buddies that are chiropractors like, man, I love CrossFit. They said, man, they stay bringing me money. You feel me? So they got it, you know, to each his own. If y'all CrossFit out there, do your thing.
Oh, no, absolutely. And like I said, it's very important to learn when you exercise, learn your movements. You know what I'm saying? Stretching is always big.
Yes, man.
Especially for men, stretch them hips. Because, man, them hip flexes will
I was
keep
stretching
you down.
this morning. I'm in a flexibility challenge right now so I can get more limber, bro. I'm always into the hot yoga because I'm like, dog, these
I've
hips.
been meaning to go to hot yoga down on Black Swan over there on Lover's Lane. I need to go
bro,
down
I be
there.
over there. I be up in there. I get my stretch on. Y'all gonna see me bending brother.
Yoga teaches you that you really don't breathe in life like you should.
Oh yeah, bro. You know what? Well, you know, because that way I train, I'm always telling people you don't breathe properly. Like you have to breathe with the contraction of the muscle. We straining too much. We hitting fatigue too fast because we not breathing, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Keep that core tight, breathe.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Make that muscle and memory connection because that's how your body works. Making sure you feel those movements, get that squeeze in. I always tell people, hey,
Yoki.
yeah, definitely get them techniques right. As men, a
Yes.
lot of men want to just straight lift heavy weight, look big and all
Chest
that.
and arms. Be like, where your legs at, bro?
Can't even do pistol squats.
Bro? Trash.
Absolutely. Yeah, I got leg day later today. So
I had leg day today.
yeah, so we're gonna get to
I
it.
love how y'all pick the days. Like it's a leg day.
Well,
it's
you
core
know,
day.
You gotta have a proper
Like-
split, baby.
I
Yeah,
love that.
absolutely. And it's certain days that's just known internationally, like chest day.
Chest day.
Like
Monday.
my man got meaty chest
Meaty
Monday.
chest Monday.
Absolutely.
Meaty chest Monday.
Or
That's
like
my
I
thing.
tell people, especially cause I like pairing chest with back, gorilla back shit. You know what I'm saying? Getting that back just nice and strong. So it's
People be
just certain
sleeping
names.
on the back, bro. When you got a solid back, bro, when them lats spread and your waist just we call it the Dorito back.
No,
Like an
absolutely,
upside
that
down
cobra.
Dorito. Yeah, dog. It's real.
Yeah, no, it's certain exercises
Look,
we
you
just
about, look,
love.
you about to get us all off
Listen,
course.
No,
You feel
I'm
me?
sorry. Look, I love it. I love it.
So I think one of the biggest things when it comes to health and eating and all that and exercise, people don't understand calories like they should. 'Cause obviously, like you said, people overindulge in this type of society where excess is just the norm. And you know what I'm saying? You have Wendy's, Burger King, McDonald's at the excess of your fingertips, and you just sitting there eating foods without really tracking your numbers and then wondering why you gain weight. You may even be exercising still and still not being able to leave the weight because you're still in a calorie surplus and you're not understanding these numbers. What are calories and why do we need to know about
Man, at the end of the day, the simplest way to think about it, calories are fuel. That's it. It's just fuel for your body to move and to just do the things that you need to do throughout the day. Now you have good calories, you got bad calories. I call them empty calories. Sodas, snacks, a bunch of processed food. They're empty calories, basically. You're not getting the fuel that you need because think about it. So a lot of people that when they eat poorly, they may have poor nails, they have bad hair, brittle hair. Your body uses calories as fuel to repair your muscle tissue. It uses fuel to regulate your blood flow, your heartbeat, your kidneys, cleansing out your kidneys, your liver function. Your body utilizes calories for all of that. Your brain, like for you sleeping, you use calories to sleep. People don't think about this. Your body's always working. How does it work? Think of a train. It's pouring coals into it, right? But your body's just taking these calories and utilizing them as fuel to operate. So when you put empty calories, your body like, bruh, I can't do nothing with that. We just gonna sit them over into the fat storage. That's what happens a lot. Your body like, oh, let's put them in a fat storage for like later. You feel me? When we need to use that. A lot of people just consume too much and your body like, I can't use it, so what you want me to do about it? And then store it and then not repairing itself the way it needs to because, you know, if you're not exercising anyway, your body like, okay, I have no use for these extra calories of protein. So what you want me to do with them? I'm not repairing no tissue, no muscle tissue. I already used what I needed for the blood flow, the hair and the nails, everything like that. And so it's like, all right, the rest gonna go into storage. You just have a bunch of fat storage, and that's how we start packing on that weight. Even if you're working out, it utilizes what it needs to repair. But if you go into Wendy's, empty calories, processed food, processed calories, your body's like, it's fillers. And with these fillers, like, I can't do nothing with it, you know? And I know we're gonna get into about the types of fats and proteins and carbs, but that's what calories are, bro. Fuel. That's it.
Absolutely, fuel. And like you said, it's easy to definitely overindulge. I think what the daily requirement for your body at minimum is like, 2,000, depending on your activity level.
Depending on it, like, and the goal that you have for yourself. For me, to maintain the body I have right now, I have to consume about 2,800 calories a day. And that's me. I'm not even no longer in my bulking phase because I want to kind of be shredded for this class that we got coming up. So I dropped down. But for me to be my bulking size on my diet, bro, I got to consume like 37.5, I believe. It's somewhere around 3,700. And that's hard to consume with the way I work out. My body like, bro, I'm doing 2 a days, 3 a day sometimes. So I'm burning so much and I'm just trying to maintain and put on size. And so a lot of people, they really don't even need no more than 1,200 calories because they don't do anything. You feel me?
Absolutely.
You have no active calories that you burning. You sit around sedentary lifestyle, so like your body like, you probably can live off one meal a day, but we drinking, empty calories. We eating snacks, processed food, empty calories, and then you go probably eat some chicken and broccoli and think you're doing something. And you walked around the block and your body like, honestly, just ate too much way earlier. You feel me? Yeah.
Well, you probably only burnt like 100 calories.
Exactly.
On swap.
Exactly, bro. So like people need to figure out what it is that they need, the amount of calories that they need to live throughout their life, of the type of things that they're doing. If you don't have a job that requires you moving a lot, you don't need to be eating a whole bunch of calories. Hit me up, I get y'all right, Jam.
Nah, absolutely. Hey, Bravo ain't gonna play with you too.
On the real.
He gonna get you right.
Yeah.
But, hey,
You ain't gonna like me all the time, but I care. Jam.
And that's all of what it's about. So like you said, we're going to get into macronutrition because a lot of people don't understand macros and what they are. Usually that's your proteins, carbohydrates, and your fats. When I OMAD, I'm usually tracking my macros. I'm making sure that I'm hitting the calorie intake I need to be in my calorie deficit, making sure I'm hitting the carbs I need to, making sure the fats, proteins all line up the way they need to. So get into macronutrition, what it is necessarily that make those the three main components.
So the macros, like repairing tissues, protein. You need protein to repair tissues, and muscle tissue, organ tissue, stuff like that. That's what your proteins are for. So you need to have the proteins in your diet, just to repair. You feel me? To get back to where you need to be. People are like, man, I need more protein to get bigger. You're really just trying to repair the muscle that you broke down through your workout. So if you consume enough protein, it repairs it, and you can hit in 2 a day, stuff like that. A lot of people overindulge in protein. What happens to excess protein? It turns to fat. It stores as fat storage. So a lot of people are like, I need more protein, and they consume the wrong proteins like these muscle milks and all that stuff. Not the diss muscle milk, but a lot of these protein shake stuff that people consume, these supplements, they think they're getting an adequate amount of protein that they need. A lot of stuff is just processed, bro. A lot of stuff is just thrown in a shake or whatnot, and some of it does help because you're not eating other foods, like you're not eating other whole foods, real foods. So it's like you're going off that, but you're really not doing it in the proper way, in my opinion. That's just my opinion, you feel me? I'm not saying that's fact, but the way I build my body, I'm not into supplements. And so you have your carbs. Everybody think carbs are so bad, bro. I can't have no carbs because I'm going to get fat. No. It's a difference between complex carbs and simple carbs.
Absolutely.
You feel me? So we talk about complex carbs. Those are nutrient-dense carbs. You feel me? It's nutrient-dense, and you need those nutrients. But when you do like the simple carbs, processed carbs,
breads and stuff like that.
So a lot of this stuff like white flour, white rice, a lot of those any processed food that you eat that's has carbs in it is stripped of its nutrients, right? And it's stripped of the fiber that's in it. And a lot of people don't understand. They don't consume enough fiber. When you're not getting fiber in your diet, guess what? You ain't going to the bathroom to take a poop. And when you ain't taking no poop, guess what's happening?
And you building up that cesspool.
Building up that cesspool. You're going to be a nasty cesspool, and it ain't cool. You feel me? So it's like a lot of people don't understand that I can't have carbs. Yes, you want carbs because why? Carbs is the number one fuel for energy.
Absolutely. And a lot of people don't understand that.
Yeah.
A lot of people do keto, which keto's nothing wrong with it, but at the same time, do understand like you're stripping your body of the energy you need. Like he said, it's a difference between processed carbs that you get from breads, pastas, and stuff like that, and complex carbs that you will mainly get from your fruits and vegetables. Big difference.
Yeah, and it gets like the keto thing. I'm not a keto goer, but do your thing. You feel me? I don't believe keto is sustainable for a lifetime.
Nah,
I believe living a way that sustains. Like some people, they sometimes do plant-based, sometimes they eat chicken. Cool. I believe anything in excess is a bad thing. Even some people that are vegan, because a lot of vegans aren't healthy, because a lot of people don't have the understanding, the knowledge behind it. And so when we're talking about carbs, hey, if y'all want to do keto, you still need those carbs because you need to utilize that complex carbs for that energy source. So if you did complex carbs in your diet, you don't have to get all away from carbs because you're still getting that fuel that you need. And complex carbs also, they release insulin slower. So when insulin spikes up, that's when your body starts burning fat. So that's why keto is so popular, because they like trying to put you on a carb, like a real low carb diet. But you still want some carbs because you still want that burst of energy.
Yeah,
right?
Normally people who do keto are always moody, and we wonder why.
Exactly, but bro, you don't have carbs. Oh, bro, if you want to be angry at the world, don't do carbs. Trust me, it's the worst thing you could possibly do. When I competed, bro, when I went on carb cycling, bro, I'm a very jolly, happy person. Put me on no carbs, bro. If you want to see a pissed off Bravo over anything, bro, I was standing there. I could get mad about anything, bro. I'm a light fuse, bro. So it was like, when I realized that, I was like, I don't really want to do this no more. I like being happy. I like giving good energy out. But when I ain't on my carbs, I'm a carb fan, bro. I do carbs all day. Oh,
absolutely.
Y'all hear that? If y'all want to look like this, do carbs all day. But you got to get my instructions, though. Jam. But also in fats. We think about fats. People like, well, I don't want to do the fats. I'm going to be fat. No, silly. That's not how it goes. Fats, you need fats, bro. Because fats are what you use to feel full. You feel me? That sense of satiety that you need to have helps you keep your carbs down. That's why a lot of keto people, they do fats. But you want to make sure you're doing the right fats.
Absolutely. And I think that's what we're going to eventually get into is understanding what polysaturated fats and monosaturated fats is. That's your healthy fats. It's not what you get from trans fats, which isn't in a lot of foods, but they can be there, and saturated fats.
Yeah, you don't want those. Those fats, the saturated fats, the trans fat, those are the fats that's going to have you lazy. You feel me? Those them itis fats, I call them, because it's not giving you what you need. It's also spiking up your cholesterol levels. And a lot of people, especially in the community, the black and brown, that we have high cholesterol. It leads to, a lot of those fats lead to heart disease as well. A lot of people don't even think about that. So you want to really pay attention to the fats that you're consuming. And that's a lot of processed food. I don't care if you're vegan, keto, whatever, pescatarian. A lot of fats that we consume are not the healthy fats that we need. We eat a lot of processed food in this country. And so you want those mono, poly, unsaturated fats because it's going to help you feel full. It also helps regulate the hormones that your body releases to feel hungry. And so when you're like, oh, I wonder why I'm not so hungry, I only had 1 meal, because you probably ate a healthy, well-balanced meal, but you also need to be on top of that, because if you're doing some type of exercise or trying to achieve some type of goal, you need to also keep eating. And you think, we're going to get on that at the end about the kitchen, the abs, but we ain't going to get on there right now. But you want to consume your fats. You need fats. You need fats, carbs, and protein on a daily basis regardless. You feel me? How you regulate it, it doesn't matter. Just kind of figure out what you want your goals to be and go by that.
Because I think fats get a lot of, bad publicity, because often you associate fats with being fat. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So you're not understanding that, you're getting healthy fats when you get some, nut butters, whether it's almond butter, mm-hmm. peanut butter, cashew butter, whatever butters it is. Avocados have a great source of fats.
I'm an avocado fan. I had an avocado toast this morning.
I am
3
too.
of them at that. You heard me?
Nuts and all that type of stuff. Anywhere where you can get good, healthy, whole fats that are polysaturated and monosaturated fats, as we said. Because again, you want to stay away from the saturated fats. That's, as he says, going to give you that itis. That's going to have you lazy. Mm-hmm. That's going to have you building that fat, and you're going to be looking
arteries all clogged up. That ain't hot.
Your fingers swelling because now you got high blood pressure and stuff like that.
No bueno.
Yeah, not good at all. So, what are some? You being a very big dude, very swole, very chiseled man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people associate veganism with protein deficit. Where am I getting my protein? Like you said, where am I getting my protein? You're a vegan, trainer. Where do you suggest these people get the protein, and what does that protein look like?
I tell people all the time, you don't have to be skinny to be vegan. There's a lot of fat vegans out here.
Nah, absolutely.
I'm like, bruh, y'all talking about me because I'm big. I'm like, y'all do know there's a lot of big vegans that don't look like me. I always tell people they're like, where do you get your protein from? I need my protein. There's protein in almost everything you consume in a plant-based diet. Look at a rhinoceros. Look at an elephant. Look at the large mammals on the earth. They eat plants. You feel me? Apes, strong gorillas. They eat plants, bro. So I always tell people, you just follow their lead. Follow the way of nature. For me, I eat beans. Beans are my thing. I like red beans. I like black beans. I'm into lentils now. I wasn't a big lentil fan. You helped me get into lentils too.
Hey.
So, I get my protein from those sources. And I get my complete proteins when I mix them with either beans and tortillas, beans and rice, brown rice. I consume wild rice. So that's where I get my complete proteins from. And I consume it a lot. So it's and I also have a large intake of vegetables. You feel me? So I know what works for my body. I need my carbs and protein. So for me, I get my combination of carbs and protein through my beans and rice. Right? So that's my route to go.
I had that last night.
See, look, and that builds strong muscles. People don't think that. They're like, but I'm going to be gassy. No, your body, it's a process of how you need to consume foods and prepare your food.
Absolutely. And a lot of times people don't understand you're gassy from beans because more than likely you're eating it out of that brine.
Yeah,
you gotta
bro.
wash your beans.
Yeah,
Like,
wash your beans off.
if you get them from cans, you gotta wash them beans off. Because if you soak them in that brine and cook them in that brine, that's what's got you gassy. It's been
Exactly.
all stuck in that juices and all that. You
Yeah.
gotta wash them off and
I
either
soak
cook 'em.
my beans.
Yeah.
I buy legit raw beans, soak them for 48 hours. I literally soak my beans 48 to 72 hours. I want all that stuff to get released. I want it all released. All the gas bubbles out. Then I rinse them off, then I cook them. And I cook them for a pretty long time. So it's a process of how I prepare my food. And a lot of people, when they consume my beans, they be like, man, this was pretty good. I wasn't even gassy. It's all about the process. Everybody want the quick route. And, that quick route of you like, I got to get my protein in from vegan, but if they're eating beans. But a lot of times people don't get protein as a vegan because why? They eat processed food. They eat Beyond Meat, they eat all these other, faux meats and all that stuff. And that's not the best route to go. And you can consume it maybe once or twice, 3 times out the week. I don't recommend it in every meal in a day.
No, absolutely. And I think that's one of the things that helps me out is I don't really care to eat them like that. Like, I might have them every now and then, but at the end of the day, I really rely on, like, get my protein from, like you said, your beans, your lentils, your vegetables and all that, because everything essentially has protein in it.
Yeah, man.
It's all just finding that right
killing
balance
the
for you.
mushrooms.
Mushrooms. See, mushrooms, a lot of people don't like mushrooms because of texture.
Yeah, I used to hate mushrooms, though. You feel me? I wasn't a mushroom fan. I wasn't a mushroom fan at all. But as I grew into being vegan, I was like, man, I got to supplement these calories. And I was like, I need to expand. But see, I'm cool with being boring in the kitchen. I cook a lot, but I'm like, I can eat the same thing, bro. And leftovers.
Hey, nah,
like,
I can too. I think that's a woman thing. Women,
Yeah.
y'all be like, I can't eat the same. Y'all can't eat
Give
this
me a
again.
couple days and then you need something new.
See, me,
You gotta
give me
change it
that.
up.
Beans every day. I'm good. I'm good.
I would do some.
Nah, absolutely. So what about micronutrition? So you have your macros, you have micronutrition. So that's usually probably like your potassium, your magnesium, your irons and stuff like that. That's the stuff that's usually you get from your leafy greens and stuff like that.
I tell people to keep it simple. Eat the rainbow. That's the simplest way to think about micronutrients. Eat red fruits and vegetables. Eat green fruits and vegetables. Eat purple fruits and vegetables. You got to go around the rainbow, eat them all, because that's where you get your vitamin K's, vitamin A's, B's, C's, D's, all that stuff. You got to get, for vitamin D, I highly recommend you just going outside, honestly. Getting that 30 minutes a day. But the micronutrients, keep it simple. People overthink it, man. They be like, but bravo, I got this, I got that. Just eat the rainbow, bruh. Just don't eat the Skittles. You feel me? Because that ain't nothing but sugar. And it's vegan too, but don't eat those. But you want to make sure you're just eating the rainbow. Go into the grocery store like, all right, I like cauliflower. It's white. All right, onions.
Spend your
white.
time in the produce section.
Yeah, produce section. Just walk around like, red cabbage. Let me get some of that. Beets. I don't like beets, but if I can put it in a smoothie, hey, you can get it that
I
way.
ain't gonna lie. Beets taste like earth.
It tastes like earth.
It's called earth for a reason. You feel me? It's from the earth for sure.
No, absolutely.
But it's packed with a lot of nutrients, man. And
that's
a
where
lot
you
of
get your
people
iron
miss out.
from, because I know a lot of people don't. A lot of people have iron deficiencies. A lot of women have an iron deficiency, and beets is one of them good ones.
It's like, bruh, it's iron deficiency is like so common. I think it's in the millions cases a year. Like,
and that's for men and women.
Yeah,
like a lot of people,
like,
even if you're not vegan, you're probably in an iron deficiency
because they don't consume the proper vegetables or whatnot on a regular basis. I had a client, bro. I ain't gonna put your name out there, but I'm gonna talk about you. She always had an iron deficiency, bro. Like it came in between her training. Like, she would get mad, bro. This lady body was banging. I ain't gonna lie. Like, she was working, son. But every time, like, you kind of off. What are you eating? Bro, she eat like one time a day. I'm like, nah, I need you to consume some food. But every few months, she'll end up in a hospital because she low iron. And I'm like, hey, eat these foods. And she's like, I'm gonna do better. A couple months later, she come back, then she out again, iron deficiency. And it also got to the point where, like, COVID going on, and it got so bad that it took her out of a trip that she was trying to take. And I'm like, man, but this would make you better. Just eat the foods, you feel me? But she's like, I don't be hungry. I don't know, but you gotta train your body like you would train anything else, like you would train your children, train your animals. You have to train your body to say, I need to be eating. You feel me?
Absolutely.
This is what it is.
And I think a lot of people don't understand that too sometimes. So in order to get your body where you want it to be, you gotta eat. Because even if you starve yourself, you might lose a little weight. But the moment you start,
so you eat.
soon as you eat, you gonna blow right back up. And
Man,
a lot
that
of people don't do
refeeding
that.
phase ain't no joke, bro. That's a terrible syndrome to have. You be like, "Oh, I lost 20 pounds. Oh, thank you, Lord, thank you, Lord." And next thing you know, I'm going to have me some Papa Do's. Bam, you done gained 40 pounds. You're like, what happened? Like, yeah, because your body now is like, I'm starving. I need food now. And now you that refeeding phase, you putting on all this fat.
No, absolutely. Even if you like do things such as like intermediate fasting, OMAD would be the extreme version of that, where you only eat 1 meal a day. You still got to understand your numbers and what you eating enough to know that you still got to eat that 1 meal. It has to be a big meal. It can't be a small meal because you're missing out on all these calories. You got to at least get, you know what I'm saying, get your numbers right.
Bro, if people watch me for a day, they'll be like, how is this dude looking like this? He eat all day. Bro, I wake up eating. Bro, I wake up.
You got a vlog of you eating?
Nah,
all
I don't.
Your meals? You should
do that.
You should do that.
Ideas, jam. But I eat all day. Like, bro, I'm either eating rice cakes and peanut butter and pickles, pastas, bagels.
Can't get on you with that peanut butter and pickles. I can't do pickles.
Hey, y'all try, man, bro, you got to try it, bro. If you talk about, you want to put on muscle, bro, hey, that's my secret. I'm going to give y'all a secret. So if y'all listen to this, just go to secret. Pickles and peanut butter. I'm telling you, you sit there, boom, every hour, eat your a couple pickles and peanut butter. Watch how fast you grow. But you got to be in the gym, though. Watch how fast you grow, bro. I mean, you grow fast, bro. Like, people are like, bro, how you got so fast for the spring? You know,
Pickles and peanut
pickles
butter.
and peanut butter, bro. Pickles and peanut butter.
Can I do that while I skate, though?
Yeah, look, because your body's going to be burning what it needs to burn. You feel me? I'm pretty sure you got real fit legs, because if you skate, man, I used to skate. My legs used to be burning.
Somebody
bro.
got to teach me how to skate, because I don't know how to skate
I
and I don't
told
know how
you.
to swim.
I've told
Oh,
you.
you know how to
numerous
swim, I'm saying?
times.
I don't know how to
I
swim.
can't
I
swim,
said I'm gonna take a class soon.
I can swim, but I swim like hard, though. Like, I be like panic swimming,
And
but I really
put
be
it like
swimming.
this: I hate saying I can't swim because I can move to point A to point B. If you put me in 8 feet though, I can't float for nothing.
Oh, no, I can't float. I sink. I'm
I'ma
a big
sink.
boulder. Yeah. People like, you just float, lay back, relax. Yeah,
That's what
I
they
sink.
say. No.
Yeah, I
no.
sink every time. I cannot be in
Too
8
much
feet.
muscle on me. I'm a big old cinder block. I'm going down. Straight up.
Nah, absolutely. And like you said, we rounding out to our last point. Why are abs built in the kitchen?
Because you got to eat, bro. Metabolism. You got to pick your metabolism up. The reason why my core looks the way it looks, bro, I eat all day. I literally eat all day. My metabolism is going all day. But I also make sure I'm not shooting my insulin levels up. So when I do my peanut butter, I'm not getting a whole bunch of processed carbs where it's like it's shooting up and my insulin level is high and my metabolism slows down. I'm eating every hour and a half, every 2 hours. I'm snacking on something. So my metabolism, hey, we got to burn. So it's utilizing the stuff that I'm consuming as energy, and I'm also working out, whether it be me running, me lifting, or some type of exercise, and like my body's burning. It's utilizing the food that I'm consuming. So if it's utilizing, hey, let's go in our fat stores and utilize some of this. So my core is getting tighter. And also I breathe the way I'm supposed to breathe when I'm working out. But we're talking about food. So you need to keep eating to make sure your metabolism is working. If your metabolism slows down because your insulin level is too high, dog, you ain't about to be burning nothing. And everything you consuming, that's why when we consume processed food, insulin's shooting up. And it's so high by the doggone end of the day, you ain't lost nothing. You ain't lost nothing. So
That sugar
insulin
level's
drops, and the people that don't work out, it's worse for them. Because when I'm on my intense regimens, like which I'll probably be in December once the travel slows down, I'm working out 2-3 times a day, bro. I'm like disciplined like crazy. So with me being that disciplined and working that hard, the way we worked out before. So
Yeah,
when you work, and
absolutely.
we gonna work out this weekend too, because I'm in town. You feel me?
Hey,
We come to the gym.
You know,
But-
I'm with it.
Oh, I'm dead serious though.
I am too.
We when you work out like that, your body's like always trained. My body's trained to work. So when I take a break, my body start changing. Like people like, bro, if you ain't work on a week, how you shaping up like crazy? Oh, my body's starting to repair. I'm giving my body a break. So as my body's repairing, it's utilizing all that food that I was consuming. It's going in the fast because it's trained to be like, oh, he's going to be working out. He's a maniac. He's going to work out today. So let's start burning. So if I'm like just eating what I need to eat properly, making sure that my insulin level stays where it needs to be, where I can burn some fat. My body's just going to burn the fat when I'm just sitting around, bro. I'm probably burning fat right now, honestly, because my body is trained to be like, has to work. I always got to be working. This guy's going to probably be working out again today, but I'm chilling today. But my body don't know that. My body just knows like he needs to burn right now.
No, for sure. And I think, like, again, that goes back to us telling you, like, you need a solid foundation. Because once you have that foundation solidified and you down packed, like you said, you can take a week off
Mm-hmm.
and recover, and your body's still good. And even if you pick up a little bit, next week you done.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You right back in shape, and people are like, man, how? You got to build that foundation. You need that solidified thing that you can just, I'm going to chill today. Bam, you're going to bounce right up off that and get back to work.
It's like when people trying to change their lives around, they always say you got to take about 21 to 28 days to get a new habit, right? But also people forget that you still have bad habits that you've been practicing for decades. So to remove those bad habits, habits never leave you. That's what people need. I think that's what people get misconstrued. That those bad habits, they never go away. Dog, I'm a sugar head. I'm a sugar crackhead. If sugar was crack, I'd be a crackhead. Straight up. Because, like,
cereal
I love sugar.
Is my vice. I love
Twizzlers
cereal.
is mine, bro. And Twizzlers is not nothing nutritional good for you. So it's like, I do that, and I try to stay away from it. I be like, God, please no. But then I fall back victim. Because it's a habit, bro. So it's like, you have these bad habits, and these habits are ingrained in you. So when you're building these new habits, a lot of people do that when they want to go on vacation. We're going to use somebody that goes on vacation. So if you're a person out there that you like, I got a vacation coming up. I got a wedding to go to. I have
and they be feeling trimmed.
So they're like, oh, I'm motivated. So when they motivated to do it, they get all this work going on, and they get some results. But what happens when they go on this vacation? They put all the weight back on. I've literally seen some people go on vacation for a week. They lose about 15 pounds. They put on 12 or put on 20. And you're like, how'd that happen? Because your body isn't conditioned to train when you're not working out.
No, absolutely.
So it's like for you, it's still trained to be lazy like. So if you like, I'm only gonna work out for 90 days and get my body right, but you've developed these better habits. But if you don't still continue these habits while you're on vacation, you'd be like, I'm gonna just drink, eat, and lay around. Your body like, well, you don't do this for years. You haven't done this for decades. So are we going back to our old habits? So your body's trying to take the path of least resistance. So it's like, I'm used to doing this. So what we do when we do this? We put on weight. We about to store that fat. So you still have to continue to build those habits, those better habits, even when you're on vacation, when you start out like that. Give yourself, I say, 6 months minimum to really transition and change your body and train your body to be one of a working machine, a well-oiled working machine.
No, absolutely. Even if you go on vacation, man, it only
Still
take
work
30
out.
minutes.
Bruh.
30 minutes. Go get you a little run in.
I run I do 2 days every vacation. I do 2 days. I go run and I lift. Start up my day with a run, then I go lift.
Hey, no, definitely. Hey, you definitely inspired me with my running, because at first I didn't used to like running. And when I first started losing weight, my partner had me running, I would be gassed out at a quarter mile. I probably wouldn't even make it to a quarter. And now I'm like, man, now that I'm back in shape and all that, and I wasn't really doing cardio to that extent, even when I started lifting and all that. But then, like, when I got to know you and all that, I'm like, man, this man done did 5 miles. I said, damn,
Bro, I
ain't never did 5 miles.
I used to hate running.
Yeah, I still do. But to me, it's mental fortitude, because like you get to a mile, you're like, all right, I'm gonna do a mile. Bam. All right, I'm gonna do a little more. I always like take about like half a mile or a mile. So like, man, I'm at 2. You already close to being done. Just get to 3 and see how you feel. Once you do 3, you only got 2 more to go.
Exactly, bro.
Just keep pushing it.
That's all it is. And I always say to train yourself to enjoy something that you do not like, you have to be like, why am I doing this? And I always push myself to the point. I think you had commented on this one. It was a day I had to run 8 miles. I got back in the running. I was like, bruh, I got to get these miles done. So I said, I got to run 8. The only way I knew I was going to get 8 if I ran out 4 miles. And I was like, don't bring my keys. Don't bring nothing. Don't even bring my credit card. So I was like, I can't get a ride home. You know, I deleted the Uber app, everything. So I ran out 5 miles. Bruh, them 5 miles back was hell. Bro. It was hard, bro. I was so done.
I already know it. Because when I did 10 miles, I was like, man, bro. Hey, that was straight mental fortitude. I was thinking about in my back of the head, I'm like, man, Bravo did 10. I can do 10. I can do 10. I'm going to get 10.
You need that motivation, bro. And you got to talk to yourself. And a lot of times you got to be like, well, how can I make this run more enjoyable? Are you going to listen to some motivational music? You're going to listen to some rap music and get you hype? That hype music only going to last probably like 5 miles, maybe 2 miles, because you're going to need something to pull that beast out you. Like sometimes Meg knees ain't gonna get you out of that, baby. You gonna need something to lift your spirits up. And I always say, enjoy the scenery. That's why I don't run on treadmills. I need to see something. I need to see people. I need to see life happening.
I don't really care for treadmills either. I usually like running at like White Rock Lake, because the scenery, running through the water and all that. I was like, I love it. I can get a lot of miles in at White Rock.
I gotta see people. Because to me, I need somebody gotta see me almost about to start walking. Meek Mill's got a song. He said like, you said you was running the city, but I seen you in traffic and you was just walking. So I always talk trash about like, man, I'm a beast. You feel me? And so people know how I am. And so it's like when I'm in the city, I don't know who's watching me, who about to drive past me. So I'm like, I gotta keep going. If somebody see me walking,
sure.
I'm not about to be like, bro, I saw you walking, son. No, son. Nah, nobody gonna get me. So I will literally run till I'm dead, if just to avoid people seeing me walk.
You'd be surprised at like people who can motivate you too. Cause I remember I was running on there one time and like didn't know dude and all that. He was running by me. I was running. I'm like, I ain't finna let you pass me. So I get up there, I pass him a little bit. He started doing the same thing. We basically like neck and neck at this point, like just like, and it's just iron sharpening iron without even knowing each other. Like
exactly, bro.
Pushing each other to keep going like harder. Cause I mean, people need that.
Yeah, bro. Like being healthy, being fit, it's a community thing, bro. Like it's never like some people may be hating, but like a lot of people like I want to see people just grind. So if I'm out there running, I'm gonna run hard. So they can be like, oh, bro, I can't keep up. You better try. You feel me? I'll come back and then lap you and come back and leave you again. Because I'm like, you have to get to the point where you like you can keep up. Because if you ran with somebody who's not as fast as you for a year, you'll never grow. You feel me? You got to go with somebody that's going to push you. I need to run a little bit harder. A lot of people hit like, oh, I run a mile in 10 minutes. I run a mile in 9 minutes. But how many minutes are you averaging when you run 5 miles? You feel me?
Sure.
That's when that real beast mode come out.
Like 9.
Yeah, bro. You like, hey, I tell you all the time. Once I get to the point where I can run 10 miles, averaging 8.5 minutes, I'm a beast. I don't care what nobody say.
Hey, no, and people don't understand that. Like when your average time, like man, I'm trying to get down to like 7. I never get down to 4, but I definitely, especially with that first mile, I always try to get my first mile quick.
Yeah, get that first mile out the way, bro. Get that first mile.
Absolutely.
You quiet over there.
Yeah,
because listen, I'm really like a student right now. Like I'm listening. I have the health aspect in the eating, but I've never been that good with exercising. So I always look for, like you said earlier.
Right now.
Yeah, I'm learning. That's why I'm sitting here soaking in. But when you said, finding something that excites you, that's really what I've been doing over the course of the last like a year and a half. Yeah. Finding what I like, and then skating. I go. Skate. You ain't gotta tell me to skate.
All right. Get some 1 pound, 2 pound weights in your hand and skate like that. You working your biceps now. Okay. You feel me? You start skating, raising them up in the air. Like now you working your shoulders. It's so many things that you could do with the exercise that you enjoy. Just modifying it, just enhancing it. That's basically it.
Cause y'all ain't never been in the gym.
Word.
Oh no, yeah, I love that gym.
I'm in the gym all the time.
To me, like I don't mind motivation because I tell people sometimes like, hey, motivation ain't always enough because at the end of the day, motivation is fleeing. The moment you go outside and it's snowing, you still going to get out there and run.
Exactly.
And a lot of people not. And you know what I'm saying? I think one of the things that helped me with that was the book, what was it? Can't Hurt Me or something by...
I
forget his name.
Boggins. Yeah, bro. That boy's a
beast, and he basically just in there preaches like mental fortitude and like, you know what I'm saying, how motivation is fleeing sometimes. You gotta have determination and self accountability to know like, hey, regardless of what the world throws at me, regardless of what's out there, I gotta get it for myself.
Exactly.
Because people they gotta parent themselves, like how you talk to your kids and you stay on your kids and make sure that they are gonna do their homework or their chores. It's like you have to be your parent to yourself and tell yourself like, okay, if I'm gonna work out, this is what I'm gonna do, and make sure you hold yourself accountable for it.
No, absolutely.
Yeah. People always say they got to get out their feelings. I don't feel like doing that. Who cares? The doctor don't care. That medication sure don't care because they want you to be in your feelings.
And disease don't care.
Yeah, you got when people like I don't feel like doing it. You ain't gonna never feel like doing it. You ain't gonna never feel like changing your life sometimes.
Because I tell people all the time, I'm one of the biggest complainers, but I guarantee you, I'm gonna put in that work.
Exactly.
I don't care how much I complain about. Like, man, I do not want to do leg day. I'm going to do leg. I go harder on leg day because I know I don't like it.
Exactly.
So I know I got to push myself to, get it done. And once I'm in the motion and I get my groove, oh, yeah, I'm feeling it. Yeah, them legs getting stronger. Hey, ain't nothing like some big, strong legs.
Bruh, building them trunks. Hey, that's what I'm on now. I grew my legs a 1/4 inch over the past 5 weeks. I'm about to get them things yokey, dog. My legs about to be looking like my back. Watch.
Hey, that's why I say everything got to match. You can't be big on top.
Oh, yeah, you got to have perfect symmetry.
Like Mr. Incredible.
Yeah, man, that's one of my favorite moves. But homie legs were gang was trash, looking like this mic. I'm like, trash.
No, absolutely. I mean, hey, you out here doing big things, bro. I see you all the time, man. You and Mac down here, you know what I'm saying,
bro.
throwing it down.
We trying to make some moves. Yeah, we trying to make working out fun for people, bro. My boy Mac, he's a dancing phenom, bro, and we linked up and like we got that same energy, and so we always trying to pour into people, and we was like, You know, you got to make working out fun. Women love to dance, and men are afraid to dance. So when you got some heterosexual males out here saying you could dance, you know, have fun with it, and still get a good workout in, people like, well, maybe it's not that bad. Maybe a lot of dudes are afraid to do it because they're like, I don't want to be looked as, you know, that, you know, a certain way. And I'm like, bro, ain't nothing wrong. Like, dancing is hot for men. So come out your dance. You're going to be around a lot of women. Bruh, go to the dance class.
Absolutely.
You feel me?
And it's gonna help you get the work done. I
Exactly.
promise you. Because even then,
Exactly.
I do my little dance moves when I'm in the gym, especially when I'm feeling it. Because at the end of
Exactly.
the day, it's gonna keep your energy going, and you're gonna continue to push yourself.
Yeah, that's all it is, man. We just trying to motivate people, bro. Trying to get things popping. DMV coming up. I'm tired.
Absolutely, man. So again, this has been the Growth Podcast with my man Bravo. Damn. If y'all want to get in shape, y'all want to, you know what I'm saying, get your body nice and right, man, check him out. Bravo Fit. Go down to Instagram. Hey, he gonna get you right with the meals and stuff. Okay. As always, it's been, you know what I'm saying, a great one. I'm Jesse the Truth, and this is
Tierica.
And this has been the Growth Podcast. We appreciate you. Jam, baby.
I'm still in the pickles and peanut butter.
Oh, you should. You should. I'm telling you. Like the pickles and peanut butter.